going on, guys? Destructinator here, and today we're back with yet another video. This time we're actually on Call of Duty Ghosts. So I've been playing it for the past, I think, 3.5 hours today. Yeah, you can see my time right there, 2.2 KD so far. I'll give my thoughts and opinions in tomorrow's video with a nice gameplay over, but I wanted to get this out for you guys because I feel like it'd really help you in terms of leveling up and doing well, basically. So I'm just going to give you guys what, in my opinion, is the best class to use to do well consistently so far in Ghost. So you can basically unlock a lot of this stuff right off the bat with your squad points. But anyway, let's get right into it. So the primary weapon you're going to want to use is the AK-12. There's definitely a bunch of other good ones. I've heard the MSBS is very good. Honey Badger is supposedly pretty good. ARX, you know, SC-2010, but AK-12 in my opinion is the best. If you can learn to control the recoil as well as kind of get more accurate with it, it's just really good. It's like a 2-3 shot kill. So you're going to want to throw on a silencer on that just to stay off the radar. There's a lot of, people like using UAVs, so staying off the radar is always helpful, as well as a red dot. The iron sights are okay, but the recoil kind of makes it a little bit unwieldy, so that's why you want the silencer also, so your recoil will go down. But, silencer, red dot, and then you can actually change your all your different red dot sights. I think the default one is the best, but you guys can play around. Now, for secondary, you're going to definitely want to roll with the P226. The M9 is okay, but I think the P226, it's a 2-shot kill at close range. You can spam that trigger, and you get a lot of ammo in it, so I think that's really where you want to go. You can have an attachment for it. You don't really need one. If I were going to, I'd go with either extended mags right here or dual wield. Depending on how big or small the map is. For small ones you want dual wield, so close range, and for bigger ones you probably want extended mags. But I don't actually find myself using the secondary too much, but in my opinion it's the best. So onto your lethal, you're going to want to use the Semtex grenade. C4s are pretty good. C4s would probably be your next best bet, but I just never find them as good in Infinity Ward games as they are in Treyarch games, so I like sticking with the Semtex. If you can get good with the C4, it's definitely worth using and trying out, but for now I'm staying with the Semtex. And then tactical, you're gonna want to use concussion. Smoke I think is kind of useless, as well as trophy and thermobaric. 9-bang is alright, but it's not, you have to cook it for a really long time, so I like to kind of throw my stuff on the go. I would use motion sensor, except for the fact that it's more like a bouncing Betty this time rather than a regular motion sensor like from MW3. This one, it just goes off when somebody runs near it, and basically it tags them for a little bit and you can see them on the minimap, but it doesn't keep throwing out UAVs, so that's why I don't really use that. It kind of sucks that they nerfed it, but it was pretty good in Modern Warfare 3. And now we go on to the perks as well as the specialist strike package, and I'll get into the different strike packages, but anyway, on to the perks. You're definitely going to want to have ready up. That's a pretty big one. You think you don't sprint that much, but I think it's really important to have that perk. Quick draw for sure, definitely. Anytime you play, you're going to want quick draw because you die just so fast in this game. But now here's where it varies a little bit, because it depends on what kind of play style you have and what kind of player you are. If you're someone who has a headset and who considers himself a more hardcore player who can like sound whore and do that kind of thing, you're going to want to start out with fully loaded as well as dead silence. I use dead silence because it's just my own footsteps when I'm trying to sound whore screw me over so much because I get really confused. So dead silence helps a lot with that, as well as against other people sound whoring. And then fully loaded is just so you start with ammo. You don't have to find yourself running into the middle of nowhere to pick up scavenger packs. But these two I'd use if I was more hardcore player. But if I was a more casual player, let's do that. If I was more casual, I would definitely instead have to go with the sleight of hand starting off, as well as sleight of hand and scavenger. I would definitely start off with those two if I was more casual, not really going for streaks or anything, but those can definitely help you consistently do well because your gun is, nice and fast, as well as you won't really run out of ammo too much. So, I consider myself a more hardcore player, so I'm going to run with this one, the Dead Silence and Fully Loaded. So now onto the Specialist Strike package. Now there's a whole bunch of different stuff you can do with this. So we're going to start off with the first 3 that you're going to want to earn. So this being for, the hardcore who won't have sleight of hand right away, you're going to want to definitely get sleight of hand. That's pretty important. And then focus is really important in my opinion. I loved toughness in Black Ops 2 as well as focus from Modern Warfare 3. Reduce weapon sway as well as reduce flinch. Reducing flinch will help you a lot. You know, you get that last bullet on the guy that'll save you in some situations. So I really think focus is really important. And then you're going to want to throw on Stalker as your last one. You know, the assault rifles move back and forth pretty slow in this game, so you're going to want to get as much of an advantage as possible. So now, basically, you can see in the bottom left, we have 3, 6, 10, and then the specialist bonus. So what you're going to want to give yourself for the specialist bonus, it can really vary depending on the map, but I'll show you guys what I think is the best. So you're going to want to have Scavenger, definitely for sure, as well as off the grid. A lot of people use a lot of UAVs, and that can get really annoying. So you're going to want to have that, and then you're definitely going to want to have Marathon, because you're going to find yourself sprinting around the map a lot of the time. So Marathon's a really good perk to have. As well, finally, you're going to be left with one 1-point perk slot. So you know, none of these are really too good. I mean, you can do resilience, I'd say, or recon, but or maybe even takedown. You know, I'll probably use takedown just because there's a lot of more experienced players, so they can use the enemies like little death skulls to figure out where you are. So this is what I'd use for specialist. So I think this is definitely your best bet to do well overall in Call of Duty Ghosts. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, would you mind leaving a like? That'd be really wonderful. And tell me how you guys do with this class, or if you have any of your own really good classes that you think are really good, because I'd love to see them. You know, I'm still new to this game as well. So anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. My name is Destructinator, and I'm out. Peace.